Hey guys, this is Dorian with Hiley Mazda of Hurst. So you guys might be looking for a brand new vehicle. You might have stumbled across the CX-5. Maybe you saw it out on the road, saw how beautiful it is. I think it's a pretty car. You might have heard about its safety ratings as well. It's got out of 6 crash tests. This actually got a perfect score from the Iihs. And so with that pretty safe vehicle, it also comes with a suite of standard safety features. So I'm just going to be going over all of the standard stuff on this car so you guys know what it comes with. So that way you can be a little bit more informed about the car and the purchase that you might be making. So starting off on the front, you do get the standard now for 2022, these LED running lights and LED headlights. So they're super bright. They'll keep the road illuminated for you. There's also available adaptive front lighting on these cars. So to offer better safety and better visibility during the night, these headlights can pivot into your turn. So if you're ever taking a turn down a dark country road and you need to see where you're going, which I struggle with all the time, this will help out with that a lot. And so you'll also get standard radar cruise control right here. This is the radar sensor. And so this will also help with safety. It'll keep you in line with or away from the person ahead of you, just to keep barrier from the accident. It'll help speed up, slow down, and come to a complete stop. So the radar system is pretty good, pretty useful. I use it all the time, and it also is definitely very safe. I love this thing. It's helped a lot out in traffic, heavy traffic, during any on the highway, anything like that. It'll help you out there. So standard on the CX-5, you do get this 2.5 liter inline 4 engine. This will be pushing about 186 horsepower and 187 pound-feet of torque. So it's got perfect power for you to be able to pass anyone on the highway, get up to speed. You won't really feel sluggish with this one. If you're a little bit of a speed freak or you like to have that extra power, this does also come with a optional 2.5 liter, same displacement turbo engine. So that'll give you 256 or so horsepower, 320 pound-feet of torque. So that'll help you extra peppy on that one. So this engine is also covered by our 3-year 36,000 mile warranty on there. So you guys also know what the warranty is on this thing. That's standard for all of our Mazdas. You'll get 3 years, 36,000. Along with this engine right here, it puts all the power down to the 6-speed transmission, and it sends all of that power to all 4 wheels. So this is standard all-wheel drive, 6-speed automatic, no CVT, so you don't get that annoying ring every time you floor it. So this thing, it'll give you a better driving experience. Handling is amazing on these. It's real fun to drive. Great car overall. And standard on these CX-5s, you also do get keyless entry. So there's a little button right here. You press that in, the doors unlock, open it right on in, and you can climb in. Push to start standard as well. So you just hop in, press the button, and go. Also standard on all of our vehicles, any Mazda right now, you'll be getting standard. Remember, safety features are very important. So you get all of these standard. You'll get lane keep assist, lane departure warning. You'll get a rear cross traffic alert, which means if you're in a parking lot and say you're reversing out of a spot, this happens to everybody. You're reversing out of your spot and a car comes barreling down the aisle you're in, that road you're on, it'll alert you. So it'll beep at you. It'll let you know someone's coming if you can't see them. So that's also one thing that it does have that I really like, emergency braking. So if you're ever in a situation where you're going real fast and maybe someone, runs up red at an intersection, the car will detect them and it'll slam on the brakes to help prevent or just mitigate that accident. So that is another useful safety feature as well. It has actually saved some people out here from getting into accidents that I know of. So it's a very good thing to have on your car standard. If you guys have ever been in a little situation on the highway or you've been through a blowout with one of your tires, if you have a tire repair kit in your current car, you know how awful that is. You essentially need AAA to get out of there. So on all of our Mazdas, you'll get a spare. You're not going to get a little tiny donut. You're going to get a spare. And so in the back here, underneath this cover, you can see there's a spare back here, and there's also optional Bose audio on this one, and so this comes with a subwoofer in the back. But you get your jack, you get everything in here needed to change your tire out in case you get a blowout. If you get it flat, you can fix that with a tire repair kit, but if you get a blowout, a serious, flat tire, you got to replace it, so we got you covered there. Also, another thing that I do want to show off to you guys, this might be a little exciting to some of y'all because I love it. So there's this little lever here. If you guys ever have a car where you need to go around to the back seats, fumble with a button on the seat and push it down, you don't got to do that in the CX-5s. On this, we have a lever. Real advanced technology right here. So you drop the seat, and the seat's a little bit far back, but these seats will fall forward and completely flat. So you have a lot of space back here to work with. Both sides, you can fold down just the middle or the sides, whatever you prefer, but the seats do fold down from back here, which is something that all the CX-5s will have. Another thing I want to touch on is that this load floor back here is completely flat starting from 2022. So you'll get that as well. So whenever you're loading a big heavy item back here, you just slide it on in and you don't have to worry about it. If you're worried about something sliding out, this is adjustable, so you can drop it down and then you can prevent anything from falling out the back when you're on a hill, anything like that. It'll help with that. Moving on to the inside, you can see here that this is a nice little luxury car. So Mazda's been going real premium lately. So you notice the materials in here are pretty nice. This will be standard across everything. You'll have these nice soft touch materials in here, this beautiful layout, and as well as this 10.25-inch screen. And so this is the infotainment screen right here. From down here is where you control everything. Just so you have a good idea of how it works, is this dial will control everything up here. So again, this all ties back into safety. So it keeps the screen right over here where your eye level is while you're driving, so you can keep your eyes straight on the road. And if you need to control the infotainment system, you can do that without even having to look down and fumble around with all the controls. So it makes it real easy. It's intuitive. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you do, it's honestly just about as good, if not better, than a touchscreen, in my opinion. Another thing with this screen is that it does come standard with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It is wired, so you just plug your phone in, it'll start charging, it'll blow up your phone onto this screen right here. So you can see Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, maps, it'll do your navigation, your music, you can take phone calls off of there, you can make texts and stuff off of there. It's pretty useful if you've never used it before, and it's definitely something that I love about this car, is that it comes standard with that as well. And so another thing is that, along with all the other safety features that I've mentioned, this car does have a safety screen. So this is one of my favorite things about this car. You'll get this on all the models. It may not be on the same screen, but you'll have something very similar to it. So as you can see here, there is this info button. You can scroll to this screen right here. So this will show you all sorts of stuff. It'll show you your, like I mentioned earlier, your blind spots, your lane keep assist. It'll show you everything you need to know about the road and the condition of the car. All the sensors are working together to show you everything right here together, so you know exactly what's going on around you. Awesome. There's the CX-5 for you guys. Most of the standard features that are on there. So if you have any questions or anything like that, come on down to Hiley Mazda of Hurst. We're right off 820, right across from the Northeast Mall. Be more than happy to help you guys out, show you a car, show you two cars, whatever you like. We've got it for you. Thank you. Hey!